Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And you guessed it, it's another cloudy day in Scotland. Now on a scale of 1 to 10 of cool pictures, that is right up there. Now I know you all want to see the skyline getting rebuilt, but before we do that, as I said in last week's video, we've got to get the Mark II RS out first. So before we can get outside, what we need to do is give it a ceramic coat. And there's been quite a few people asking me, how do you ceramic coat a car? So I figured in this week's video, what we'd do is show you how to apply a ceramic coat, because it's really not as difficult as everybody seems to make it out. And then once this car's finished, we can move on to the GTR, because I'm super excited about getting that thing started. So tip number 1, when you're applying a ceramic coat, you want as little dust in the air as possible. So let's get the garage door shut. Tip number 2 is if you're making a YouTube video and your camera's reacting with LED lights, swap your camera. Right, so on a more serious note, we'll start with the steps from now. Right, so for applying the ceramic coat, there's really nothing to it. It's all about the prep work. So step 1, what you're going to do is you're going to want to wash the car top to bottom. Make sure the wash mitt touches everything that you plan on ceramic coating. Step 2 is then you're going to take a clay bar and clay bar all the paint. The reason why you clay bar the paint is to remove any contaminants that are stuck in the top coat that the wash didn't remove. And step 3, you're going to machine polish the entire car. Now there's a couple of reasons why you're going to machine polish it. One is to remove any of the imperfections that the clay bar couldn't remove, but also you want to try and remove any swirl marks or scratches, because obviously once you put the ceramic coat on, any imperfections in the paint are going to show through the ceramic coat. The ceramic coat will not remove swirl marks or scratches or anything like that. You'll see them as clear as day after. So once you've machine polished everything, which is the stage we're up to right now, and all the swirl marks have been removed, all the paint imperfections have been removed, or as best you can. Some paint imperfections you cannot remove without seeking help from professionals. The next step, and the one we're about to do right now, is we're going to use an isopropyl alcohol, or an IPA, and we're going to wipe down every single panel on the car, and that's to remove any residue polish that might be left on the paint. So as you can see, all the polishing dust, because this car got quite heavily machine polished. So in this video I'm going to be using G-Technics panel wipe. This stuff is really good. I'll buy it in the big 5 litre drums and then just pour it into the squishy bottle. And if anybody from G-Technics watching this video, I'd love a sponsor for the channel, just saying. So let's very quickly wipe down every panel with IPA and then we'll move on to the ceramic coat. Right, so once you've panel wiped every single panel and all the polish residue has been removed, the next thing you're going to want to do is pick the type of ceramic coat that you want. Now, as you guys will probably know, there is a world of ceramic coatings out there, and I can't tell you which one to choose. I just know the ones that I use all the time. So get your consumer grade type ceramic coatings, like Autoglim's high definition ceramic coating, and then you get your more professional grade ones, like the G-Technic XO V4. This is likely to last a lot longer on the paint, but it is a little bit more tricky to apply than this one. This is very forgiving, and this will give you about a year's worth of protection if you look after it properly. The XO on the other hand, or the more professional grade ceramic coats, will last a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, assuming you look after it properly. So in this video what we're going to do is we're going to use the Autoglim ceramic coating. Again, not a paid endorsement by Autoglim, it's just a pretty good product for the money. You've also then got to pick the type of pad that you want. This is the one that actually comes with the Autoglim ceramic coating, and these are the little blocks that you use for the more professional grades with a lint-free cloth that goes over the top like that. Now it doesn't matter whether you use this type of pad, they're just different applicators, but whatever you use you are going to be throwing in the bin when you finish with them, because when the ceramic coating sets, these things will go solid anyway, so you throw them in the bin. And that's the same for any microfiber towels that you use while you're applying a ceramic coat. They go in the bin. Don't try and reuse them, don't try and rewash them, just put them straight in the bin, because when the ceramic coat hardens, it'll create almost like glass shards, and you obviously don't want glass shards in a microfiber that you're then going to use again on paintwork. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your applicator pad, apply some of the ceramic coating to the pad, And then you're going to go up and down the panel and then side to side on the panel and only do a small area at a time. And the reason why you're only going to do a small amount at a time is because you're looking for the flash point of the ceramic coating. So we'll apply this first coat and then I'll show you what a flash point is. Right, so once the ceramic coat's applied, what you're waiting for is the ceramic coating to start bubbling a little bit like that, as you can see there. And that's what's called the flash point. And at that point, that's when you remove it from the panel. So what you do is you take your first microfiber towel, fold it over, and then buff it. And then take your second microfiber towel and give it one final buff. And to be honest, that's pretty much it. There's no rocket science involved in it whatsoever. It's all about just taking your time, making sure you remove every single bit of the ceramic coating and then buff it afterwards. It really is that simple, guys, I'm not joking. So with that, I'm going to crack on and let's get this whole car ceramic coated. And just like that, the car's ceramic coated. Like I say, super straightforward. Just got to do the right prep and take your time while you're applying it and you'll be golden. Nothing to be worried about. So what we're going to need to do now is leave the car for a couple of days, let the ceramic coat cure, which is one of the reasons why you really want to do this in a garage, because the ceramic coat needs to cure for a period of time before it can get wet. So with that, what's going to be a couple of seconds for you guys, going to be a couple of days for me. And just like that, we're back. And it's a beautiful day. So that'll be the ceramic coat cured, because it has had 48 hours to cure properly. So let's get the bonnet vents back in, and then we'll get the RS outside so we can take a look at it in the sunlight, and also so we can start working on the R35 in next week's video. Now that looks proper. So all we need to do now is obviously get this out of the garage. So I'll let you guys listen to a cold start on the GTR, then we'll get it out of the way, the focus out of the way, then we'll take a look at it. How good does that look? So anyway, with that, that's going to be the end of this week's episode, guys and girls. Hope you liked it. I hope it was helpful. And it gives you a little bit more confidence to do a ceramic coat on your own cars, because you really can, there's nothing to it. So there is going to be another video coming out on the RS where I take it for a drive, give you guys a price breakdown of how much I bought it for at auction, how much it cost me to fix it, etc, etc, etc. But I'm not 100% sure on when that'll be, because I'm still waiting for some paperwork for it to come through before I can get it an MOT. So in next week's video, what we're going to do is we're going to start tearing down the GTR, find out how bad this damage really is. I hope you're keeping well and I hope you're keeping safe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.